Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Insurance Simplified with Ironrock. I'm your host, Christian Watt, Ironrock's General Manager for Marketing and Production. And today, we're here to talk about car essentials. Top 10 things you should keep in your car and why. Let's go. Roll it. So we spend a huge portion of our time in our cars, to work, to the supermarket. Maybe lately with the pandemic, we're at home a bit, but we still do have to drive around from time to time. So we're here to bring you a quick list. It's a short episode today. We're going to go through the top 10 items that you should keep in your car. And we're going to start in the category of documentation. So number 1, your driver's license. Remember, this is probably the most important item you need to have on you before you get in the car. It is illegal to drive in Jamaica without your driver's license on your person. If a police officer pulls you over and asks you to present the driver's license, you have to produce the physical ID. So please, that is the very first item that you need to have in your car as documentation. Number 2, you should keep your owner's manual in the car. Your car's owner's manual is very important. It carries lots of great information about little knobs, the twists, the turns, the pulls, everything in the car, tire pressure, oil type, etc., etc. It's a very good reference point. Make sure you keep that in the glove box. If you didn't get one with your car when you purchased it from a used car dealer or from an individual, make sure that you ask them about it. Go back. They probably forgot that it wasn't in the glove box. Try and get that. If not, look up online, see if you can download a PDF copy. Number 3, repair documents. So your service record for the car. Keep that in the car. It will help in the future if you're ever selling the car and you want to prove how the car has been serviced, who's been handling it, which company. It'll also help you to give you a record of when you did what, when was the last oil change, when were your brake pads last changed, etc. Keep those repair documents. It's usually a little slip, put it in an envelope, drop that in the glove box. Other documents that you need. Insurance. You need your cover note or certificate. Make sure that those are handy. Now, that one's a little bit controversial because most people have gone digital with their certificates, like Ironrock Insurance. We have been digital for a little while now. So when we say keep it in your car, we mean keep it handy like on your phone. Keep a PDF on your phone or download your handy Ironrock mobile app. And I'm going to ask my mobile team to put it here or here or here or here or the link somewhere. On the screen, you can click, it'll jump you over to the Google Play Store. You can download, or the iOS Store, you can download our app. In our app, you have our My Policies feature. You get to see everything about your policy, including all your documents. So always keep that handy. We always have our cell phones on us, right? All right, away from the documentation, what else do you need? Emergency stuff. You need to have jumper cables and or a battery booster in your car. Most people only remember that they need jumper cables when they need jumper cables. So if you don't have jumper cables, this is your reminder. Run down to an auto store, grab a pair, throw them in the trunk. Very, very handy. Don't be one of those people who are always running around. My battery died. Anybody have jumper cables? Be the guy with the jumper cables, all right? Your spare stuff. Spare tire, lug wrench, tire jack. When you're buying a car, especially a used car, make sure to double check that these are in the trunk, right? You gotta have a spare tire, you gotta have the lug wrench, you have to have the jack for the car. Very important, a flat tire can be your worst nightmare. It can be a rainy night. It can be in an area that you're, not too comfortable in, and you don't want to be stranded on the road, not able to change a tire. Don't know how to change a tire? Check the link in the description below. We have a quick YouTube link down there. Easy reference, shows you quickly how to do it. And also remember, if you're an Ironrock customer and you have comprehensive insurance, you get roadside assistance for free. So you can call them if you have a flat tire. They will come out and change it while you sit comfortably in your car. What other emergency stuff should you have? Tire pressure gauge. You should have a tire pressure gauge in your car to check the air pressure in your tires at any time. You can be driving around and feel a pull to the left or a pull to the right. It might be an indication that you have a soft tire. It's a little device that you can pick up at any auto store. You punch it on the valve and it'll tell you what the pressure is. jump back to the owner's manual, which will tell you what the tire pressure should be. Then stop at any gas station, use the air pressure pump, and get it to the right pressure. What other items do we have here? Oh, yeah. So we have two other items that are handy that people don't really think about, and maybe wouldn't be the normally in the top 10 things to keep in your car. But we have an old adage: if it moves and it shouldn't, duct tape. And if it doesn't move but it should, WD-40. So make sure you have some duct tape and some WD-40 in your trunk for any eventuality that may come up where you need to stop something from moving or you need to loosen something up like a lug nut or something like that. Final two items have to do with safety. You should always in your car, whether in the trunk or in the glove box, have a first aid kit. First aid kit doesn't have to be big, it doesn't have to be fancy, but you should have just a few essentials in there. Bandages, we say band-aids, gauze, maybe a little alcohol swabs or some. We all have sanitizer in the car nowadays. So put that in a first aid kit, keep that in the car. You never know when you get a cut, bruise, scrape on the road and you're far away from somewhere that you can, treat it. And then number 10, a flashlight. So you might want to keep a separate flashlight in the car. I say separate because, as I said earlier, we always have our phones on us and everybody's phone has a flashlight. However, the idea is things that you may need when you're stranded. When you're stranded, your battery may die. So keep a flashlight handy, get one of those keychain flashlights or a separate flashlight to keep in the trunk because you never know when you get stranded at night and need it. All right, those are your top 10 things. I think I can probably run them down from 1 to 10. And then, before we get into the final 1 to 10, let's do some honorable mentions, things that maybe didn't make the list, but you could consider depending on your personality. Food, non-perishable snacks. People like to go on long road trips all the time. You might want to put some non-perishable snacks in the car just in case anyone gets hungry. Blankets, tissue, and extra change of clothes. If you really are a road hound and you're on the road all the time, having an extra shirt or a jacket or sweater in the car would always be helpful, right? We do hope that this guide helps you. You can check out our blog, iReblog, at ironrockjamaica.com/iReblog. We have a full list of it there. We also have a link where this checklist is done as an easy downloadable PDF that you can keep on your phone or in the car handy. What are those top 10 things again? Let's start from the top. Number 1, your driver's license, registration, insurance documents. Number 2, your owner's manual. Number 3, repair documents. Number 4, your jumper cables or a battery booster. Number 5, spare tire, lug wrench, and jack. Number 6, a tire pressure gauge. Number 7, WD-40. Number 8, duct tape. Number 9, a first aid kit. And number 10, a flashlight. Thanks again for tuning in to Insurance Simplified. We hope you enjoyed the information. Tune in again next time. Bye.